Oi, oi, guys. Friday morning. Up and out there doing it. Current bun's gone behind the clouds. But it won't be long before it's back out. But anyway, I want to talk about perception. Perception. And your environment and your space. Because the way the mind works is you're going to be out in your environment. And there's many, many, many different things kicking off around in your environment. Things that you hear, things that you see, things that you smell, things that you touch, things that you taste. All your senses are basically giving you information about your environment. Your brain is the computer that's being fed by its senses. The things that go out there and help to program the brain and put it in an area so that it can look at what it's seeing and have somewhat of an understanding. And the reason why I say somewhat of an understanding, this is where it gets tricky, is the only way you're going to have an understanding of anything within your space and your environment is by having some kind of a program, belief, or a reality or something to whatever that occasion may be that's happening. Meaning, when you're born and you start growing up, you're starting to get fed information from every different angle you can think of, including your senses. But this is people telling you certain things, right? Like if something's really hot, yeah? And you got your parents going, hey, don't touch that, that's hot. You don't even have to touch it. You get an idea of, hey, someone's telling me something and that's hot. That's a good one. The trouble is when we get information from people that may have not done too well in that, doesn't mean that you're not. But what you're going to do is you're going to end up picking up information from them, their experiences, and you end up making it your own. Because the brain doesn't know any different. You haven't told it. So the next time you come up to something in your environment, you're going to go by what you've been told. And that is not the right way to do it. Because how do we know? We're going by what we've been told. You can have something happen in front of you and there could be 10 people all say something different. Why is this? Because each one of those has had a different program, had something given to them to where they see that in a certain manner to whatever their programs are telling them. Don't mean it's right, don't mean it's wrong. It just is. But the trouble when it comes to anxiety and anger and all those is they take place too within that same environment, depending on what we're telling ourselves. So what do we do about this? Because it's all down to reaction, clinging on to, grabbing hold of something that, hey, sometimes maybe we've been given a message that, hey, they're abandoning you, and they're not. Or they don't love you anymore because they've shared at you, and they do. But if you've been given a message of, you've pissed me off, which is conditional love. You've pissed me off, so now I ain't going to deal with you. You're going to start gripping hold of things and wanting to people please and things like that. And that's not being true to self. You're reacting to something that you've been programmed with, and you're reacting to something within your environment with that program. So what do we do? Like I say, what do we do? Breathe. Breathe. Ask the questions. Put a pause there. The breath is going to put a pause to where it's going to give that absolute difference between a reaction and pausing to be able to see. Because the one thing you want to do is be able to see. Get some clarity. Ask the questions. Start figuring out why you may be feeling the feelings that you're feeling. Because sometimes, I know when I've gone into anger sometimes, and the anger's been way misproportionate to what the actual thing was. Could be well out of control. I've even had my therapist, Judith, say to me, "What's going on?" "Well, what are you talking about?" "Well, your anger don't match the actual event that happened, so what's going on?" I reacted in a way to my environment to where I might have had something beforehand that's told me to react in that manner. Put it this way, I was bullied as a kid. So whenever I have a belief that someone's trying to tread on my toes or trying to get the better, I automatically can go into very, very high anger or frustration with it. But it might not be in proportionate to what's actually happened. But bullying's a pretty strong thing. So I react with that. If you pause, think, breathe, and then put it to that, now you're in control. Stay in control with that mind, guys. Start asking the questions. Don't just look at your environment and just cling onto it and believe that's the way to go about it. You have the choices. Make the right choices, and you'll see a change in your mind. Have a great weekend, guys. Love each and every one of you. Stay that course. Namaste.